Boise. Woohoo!
Hey
The
guys,
planes are flying
we
overhead.
got planes flying, we got dogs barking, we got kids screaming in the background. This is awesome.
Come on.
So
Doesn't get any better than this, folks.
we're out here visiting grandkids and kids, and what better time to have a "I'm a Toys R Us kid" message for you tonight.
Yep.
So we're just getting logged in here, guys.
Yep.
And hold on while we get everything set up. Jill's going to be talking at you.
I'm going to be talking at you. So right now, I'm staring at the screen, and it looks like the cursor is like going up my nose. You know, the little arrow that's right there.
I moved it for you.
Brae, that was so nice.
Yes,
he moved it, so it was very distracting to me.
Because it doesn't show up on the screen.
No, it doesn't show up for you, but it shows up for me. Hello, Joella. How are you doing?
Hi,
Angela. Glad you guys are joining us tonight. Joel, I was looking at your work, and it is amazing. I'm thinking there's nothing you cannot do, because I know you cook, I know you sew, I know you paint, I know you write. There's so many things. And hey, Debbie, Debbie from Colorado. We've got a number of states represented already.
Yeah.
Right here this evening. So how fun is that? Come on.
I love it.
We love it. We love it. We're going very casual this evening, as you can tell.
This is the way I normally dress.
Well, that's true, but not always with the backwards cat going. And sorry for the lack of light. It is what it is. We're out here.
We're in the great outdoors.
We are in the great outdoors, and we don't have
God said, "Let there be light." Kind of cloudy.
Lights at us. So it is what it is. But thanks for being with us this evening.
Yes.
Hello, Eloise.
Yeah, welcome everybody.
Welcome.
To BackStage Pass. This is episode 17. 17 weeks of BackStage Pass. You can see all of our BackStage Pass messages on our YouTube channel, Kingdom Creativity International. Make sure you become a subscriber because we're uploading all of our videos there. And then it's also in the announcements on our Kingdom Creativity page that you're watching right now. And so you can watch all of the videos on either spot. And shall I tell them the artist that we're spotlighting tonight? We're spotlighting an artist tonight.
So
I'm repeating after you. She said, "Don't repeat everything I say."
And he repeats.
What do? I repeat everything she says.
That's all right. That's all right. There's
I'm a good husband. I'm a good husband.
So we have I can honestly say, without a shred of doubt, we have the best artist that ever has lived or ever will live.
Yes.
Honestly. Absolutely. Because tonight we are spotlighting our daddy.
Yes.
Papa God.
Papa God. All right.
Papa God.
I'm going to share
our master creator.
I'm going to share my screen here.
Ain't nothing better. Right there.
Ain't nothing better than that, people.
Oh man, come on.
You are looking at China. The Rainbow Mountains in China.
Isn't that magnificent? Oh my land.
Here's another shot of it. Different lighting, but you can see the colors.
We could not have imagined. I could not have imagined anything that exquisite.
It's crazy because, we're on our own little boxes. We're on our own little areas. We're on our own little backyards.
Right.
And we look at our backyards and we find beauty in every place, right?
Can you go back to the other picture again?
We can look at in our backyards and say, oh, wow, what a magnificent garden that is. Or what a magnificent flower that is. It's native to your area. Like we're in Idaho. So, we can go to Shoshone Falls and see the falls there and say that's beautiful. But then there's these amazing places like this that we would have never known about without the internet.
And this is God's imagination.
Yeah.
This is God's imagination.
Where do you think we get this imagination from?
I know, right?
Where do you think we get our creativity from? It's our Papa God. Look at
Look
how
at that.
beautiful this is.
It is stunning. Okay, what else do we have?
And then we've got Columbia. This
Beautiful.
is also like a rainbow river, I think is what they call it, or something like that, or 7 colors river. Um, and you can see the different
Oh,
colors
look at.
just coming through there. The waterfall. Look at the yellow and
Mm-hmm.
reds and pinks, and it's just brilliant. And this
Wow.
is all in Columbia.
Makes me want to paint
Uh-huh.
all the wrong colors and
It,
be right.
you're so right on, because when we go
Yes.
out into nature and we just get energized with our creativity, right? I do.
Yep. Yep. Oh, look.
This is Grand Prismatic Spring in Wyoming, guys,
Yeah.
right here in the United States. Look at that.
I think it's in Yellowstone.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that something?
Wow. Look at the colors.
Yeah, it's
The
fantastic.
steam coming off the water. I mean, these are hot springs, right? You can see the people walking on the pathways. Incredible.
Look at that.
This is Australia. This is a place called Lake Hiller. They got this pink pond lake.
It's a pink lake, and
next to the ocean there.
Scientists have no idea why it's pink. They have looked at different things and said, oh, maybe it's this, maybe it's that, but it's not. And they cannot figure out why this lake is pink.
I've read some places where they say it's an algae, but then I've seen other places where the doctors or scientists
saying,
like,
no,
I don't know what it is.
We don't know.
So I love how God just baffles even our scientists.
Yeah.
Because you know why? Because he's challenging our scientists to go and investigate deeper.
Yeah.
God is always telling us to investigate deeper.
Yep. Yep.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
That's what I want to see.
The Northern Lights.
Yeah.
This is a part of our bucket list, Jill's bucket list, that we're going to make this happen somehow, some way. God's going to get us up there. I've been doing some research. The best place they say to go is Fairbanks, Alaska. To see the Northern Lights.
We're coming to you, Fairbanks. I want to see that.
But you can go to Norway, all up in that area up there to catch it. So, and I know some friends of ours has seen it, like Norway. We bumped into them, and they showed us incredible pictures. But wow, look at that, guys! And this is caused from the sun flares coming to our Earth and just coming through our atmosphere, and it comes at certain times where we're closer to the sun. So it's incredible. Hey,
oh my gosh!
You repeated after me.
I think we said it at the same time. Okay, so if I painted this
is Peru. This is their 7
people would think I have
mountains.
such an imagination, and they would call this abstract. Like, that doesn't look like any mountain I've ever seen. And they would say, oh, that's a beautiful abstract. This is reality.
Yeah.
This is real.
Yeah. People are just walking on this. Look at that.
Come on.
Look at the colors. And I haven't done all the research on why this stuff happens, but I encourage you guys to go on and just look and find out why these pigmentations come out. I guess I think it's seasonal. It comes out at different seasons.
Joella says Papa likes pink too. And he does. We saw it in the lake. We saw it in there. Oh.
And then these are things I posted on our Facebook page, but look at the color that God puts on creatures.
Rainbow squirrel.
This is the rainbow squirrel, and they're indigenous to India. So you'd find these puppies. Well, they're not puppies. They're squirrels. You'd find this squirrel in India. Squirrel.
Oh,
here's
smashing.
another shot of him.
It.
So cute. Probably bite my face off.
I know, but he is so cute. Do you know each year they scientists find hundreds of new species?
Oh yeah,
on
we
the
haven't even found
that
all
they
the
have
species.
not yet discovered. I mean, talk about imagination.
And the ocean's one of the biggest ones they haven't found all the species, right? This is Spotted Lake. Do you know where this was?
You know what? It said
it
was between this town and this town, but I don't know where the towns were. And I didn't recognize them.
So it's called Spotted Lake, but look at the creativity that God's got, where he just like sprinkles some little spots of color into this lake area, and just incredible. Just amazing, guys. And then we've got the trees. This is the rainbow tree. It's a eucalyptus family, predominantly in the Philippines. But we just had somebody post, I think it was Terry Green, posted it on our Facebook page when I posted these. She caught a glimpse of it herself, took a picture of herself in Hawaii.
Oh.
So you can grow these in those type of climates.
Wow.
And the funny thing is, guys, is this is predominantly used to make white paper. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
All the colors to make white.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
I love it. Here's another shot of just these brilliant colored eucalyptus trees called a rainbow tree.
I mean, you have to know when you see these things out in the world, you have to believe in God. I can't believe you couldn't believe in a creator.
This is the last one.
It's incredible.
And
this isn't just happenstance. It's just incredible design, incredible artistry.
Look at this
by
place.
Our master creator.
Look at this place. This is called Glass Beach, and it's located in California, guys.
Let's go.
And so what I wanted to showcase here is this is created by our trash, guys. We have thrown all of this glass and everything into the ocean, and look where it shows up. It shows up. God formed it and shows up in one particular area called Glass Beach, and it makes all these pretty shards and
but they're softened,
they're rounded
waves.
from the waves, and just incredible. So what God can turn our trash into this beautiful treasure, and
That's
be
what
so
he does.
creative,
he flips
right?
The script.
So creative. So some of you even feel like you're trash, but God is turning and doing a new thing inside of us, and is doing a new thing inside of us all the time to make us beautiful.
We are
and it's all about identity, guys. We need to know who we are, because when the stuff comes our way, when the trouble, like this COVID stuff and all this other stuff, family stuff, your identity is secure in Him. So Papa God, we thank you for tonight and this incredible.
Thank you for inspiring us, Daddy.
Yeah.
We are your kids, and you just love to inspire us with your creativity. It's like, our dad is just the best, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, he's so fun. He just never ceases to amaze us.
Yeah.
Every second of every day. It's just amazing. So welcome to BackStage Pass. We're so glad you're joining us here in Boise tonight, and got a chance to hang out with our artist of the evening that we were spotlighting, which is my dad, and your
my dad,
and your dad. Our dad is who we spotlighted tonight. So if you missed that and you're just joining us, take a look back and see, and be amazed as we all are. So welcome to BackStage Pass. This is where we have a conversation. We start a conversation with our master creator. He gives us a topic, and we start the conversation. And then our prayer is that you would stay backstage behind the veil with the master creator, and have your own conversation after this. And maybe this will launch your conversation. Maybe you'll have more questions, and he's got answers. And he wants to chat with you. So after we go, stick around and hang out with him. He loves that. So Brae, what have we got tonight?
So first of all, my name is Brae Wyckoff. This is Jill Wyckoff. We're the pastors for Kingdom Creativity International. We consider ourselves pastors for the creatives. We feel that everyone is creative. And we know that everyone's creative because we're born in His image, created in His image.
Our daddy's image. We were spotlighting him.
So we saw Him created, and now we're created in Him.
I have to say, I'm sorry, I'm cutting in. Gwendolyn says in Okinawa, there's sand, and each grain is in the shape of a star.
That's amazing.
We're talking about our master creator, right? Who we take after. We all take after our daddy, right?
I love it.
So, okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, share that on the Facebook page, Gwendolyn. If you have a picture, that'd be awesome. Love to see that. So yeah, if you guys find other creative things that God's created in the world, post them on our page.
Inspiring.
And incredible. So tonight, guys, our message for episode 17 is I'm a Toys R Us kid. And this last week, God's been really just highlighting children. And of course, we're here visiting our grandchildren and our children. And but there's just something on my heart, and Jill's kind of coming alongside with this message, and she totally understands where I'm going with it. And I've got 3 key points to talk about this. But how many of us have shopped at Toys R Us Kid? How many of us or Toys R Us? How many of us have sung the song "I'm a Toys R Us Kid"
I don't
And
want to grow
I
up.
don't want to grow up. I'm a
I'm a
Toys
Toys
R
R
Us
Us kid.
kid. And so we just love that. And that was a jingle that was created in the 80s. Linda Kaplan Thaler was the person that came up with the Toys R Us jingle. And she was a junior copyright editor at the J. Walter Thompson ad agency that hired Toys R Us hired this ad agency to come up with a jingle for them. And she came up with she just started rattling off, I'm a Toys R Us kid, based off of the title of the Toys R Us toy store. So she's like, I'm a Toys R Us kid. How do I do this? And so get this. She whipped this slogan out. I'm a Toys R Us kid. And she did it she co-created this with James Patterson. And now if you're wondering, wait, James Patterson, that sounds familiar.
Mhm.
You are correct. He was a future crime novelist at the time and was a colleague of hers before he became the famous crime novelist. And Thaler was saying, I didn't know if it was good enough. She put it to her boss, and the boss says, I don't know, but I can't get it out of my head. And what turned out to be something she wasn't sure about, it turned out to be in all of our heads, and it's going to be in your head the rest of the night. And you can just thank me.
Well, or not. Okay. Okay. Moving right along.
So one of the things that the CEO said for Toys R Us delivers children their biggest smiles of the year. Toys R Us gives parents, in turn, who used to be Toys R Us kids, an opportunity to fulfill their children's wildest dreams. How true is that? How many of us as parents have taken our kids to Toys R Us because we wanted them to experience what we experienced as kids growing up, seeing that store with just toys everywhere. And it's just a brilliant moment in our lives when we go through that. And I believe God wants to fulfill kingdom destinies, and kingdom dreams with us, guys. And heaven is our Toys R Us. That's our Toys R Us, guys. So we flip this script, and we have tons of scripture where God's talking about children and let the children come to me, and believing is, to become children of God once you believe. And as it is in heaven, Matthew 6:10. I love the Passion Translation. It says in Matthew 6:10, manifest your kingdom realm and cause your every purpose to be fulfilled on earth just as it is fulfilled in heaven. And this is the Lord's Prayer, right? Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. So heaven is our Toys R Us, and where we get to go and just pull the toys, and we get to prophesy, we get to heal the sick, we get to cast out demons. Casting out demons is fun. These are toys that we've been given by our Papa God. And because why is it fun? Because it's setting people free. All of these toys are to release people. All of these toys are not to be held on for us, but to share into the world, right?
Yep.
And that's what I love about this. So I've got 3 points I want to go through, guys, and Jill's going to interject. The first point I want to point out is children are the greatest. And this comes from Matthew 18, verses 1 through 5. And it says, basically, at that time, the disciples came to Jesus and asked, who then is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven, guys? Remember this when they were asking, God, Jesus, who is the greatest in the kingdom, right?
Surprise.
And he called a little child to him. He said, he always used things around him, right? And he called a little child over to him to represent what he was going to give them an answer, and placed the child among them. And he said, truly, I tell you, unless you change and become like little children,
Yeah.
you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. What?
Unless you change. And one of the, I think it's King James says, unless you convert.
Yeah.
You change, you convert. You know,
Yeah.
you got to become like little children. That's become childlike, not childish.
Yeah.
Big difference.
Yes. Big difference,
Childlike
guys.
and not childish.
Well, not childish.
And
Childlike.
one of the things I loved about Juliet this week, getting to see our 4-year-old
Yeah,
granddaughter,
granddaughter.
is she did this beautiful dance for us, and she painted a picture for us, and
Yeah.
she sang for us. And I said, oh my goodness, you're an artist and an author and a dancer and a
Yeah.
singer. And she said, yes, I am.
Yes.
Yes, I
She is
am.
very
And she didn't
passionate.
bat an eyelash.
No,
She's just like,
she
yeah,
knows.
you're right. I'm all those things. And I think it's Picasso that says something about, all of us are born to be artists. The trick is staying that way
Yeah.
as you grow up. I'm murdering this
Yeah.
quote, but it's
Seriously, I know
basically
the one you're
when
talking
we're
about.
little, we get it. When we're little,
Yeah.
we just get our identity.
Yeah.
And when we grow up, we tend to grow out of it because of our
Right.
comparison and
The enemy.
all of that, our experience, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But when God's talking
Pressures
about
of life.
converting to be childlike, not childish, but childlike, you go back to the restoration of who you are in Him, like your original design. Are you an artist? Well, is your daddy an artist? Well, we just
Yeah.
saw what
My daddy can beat up your daddy.
it's in our DNA. Can we do this stuff? Can we? Yes, we excel in some areas more than others,
Yep.
but are we creative? Yes, we can own it like a child owns it. Yes, I am. Just like a child owns it, because they don't think otherwise.
No, they don't.
They're just like, this is who you are.
Yeah.
Yep, this is who you are.
And it's funny how we get programmed how to getting out of our creative flow as we get older, like you're talking about. How many times the pressure of life, get a job, put that dream aside. That's a hobby. That's not going to pay the bills. Whatever it is, that you just feel called. And some of us have obscure callings to a lot of us, and others have callings to be in the corporate world.
Right.
And you know what I mean? There's all these different callings, and it's okay. Sometimes it's in a generational thing, like my dad and my dad's dad were doctors, or they were lawyers, or they were police officers, and you just follow suit because there's a pull or a draw to it. And some people are called differently, even out, and they break the mold out of the generation, and that disrupts things. But it's whatever we're called to do. We need to go after that, guys,
and
because
you need
there's a
to
purpose.
own it like a child would own it. So if you are a lawyer or a banker or someone who creates in a different way or a visual way or what have you, and that's like part of you, and that's what you dig, you know what I mean? Own it.
Own it.
It's okay. We're so good to we're so easy at saying, oh, I'm not really.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not really. But if you're going to be childlike, you're going to own what your daddy says about you.
That's right.
You're going to own it.
And I'm going to move right into the next one, guys, because this kind of follows very close to what we're talking about. Number 2, destroying the dreams and destinies of children. And this is Matthew 18:6-7. If anyone causes one of these little ones, as Jesus was continuing on telling him as he drew that little child over to represent, believe as a child. And he says, now, if anyone causes one of these little ones, those who believe in me, he described what a little one was, that we are children of God, guys. So he's saying those who believe in me, so us, we're the believers, we're the little ones, to stumble. If anyone causes us to stumble, it would be better for them to have a large millstone hung around their neck and be drowned in the depths of the sea. Woe to the world because of the things that cause people to stumble. Such things must come, but woe to the person through whom they come. Wow, this is big, guys.
You want to mess with that, man.
This is huge. This is our Papa God giving the beat down on those causing his little ones, his believers, to stumble. And he says, such things must come, which means there's going to be trials and tribulations. Those things are coming. But listen to this. But woe to the person through whom they come, meaning the person that sends that. And how many of us have been just completely slimed by people over our lives? And that's, again, we're battling flesh, not flesh and blood, but we're battling principalities, the spirit behind what's being used through the flesh and blood.
Right.
And it's crazy, guys. We need to protect the children. We need to protect our hearts. This is where we go and where God says, guard your heart.
Above all else.
Guard your
Above
heart
all else.
so you can still laugh and have
Mhm.
joy of the Lord. The joy of the Lord is our strength,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And the cross set before Jesus was his joy. He went
Mhm.
to the cross joyfully, even through the pain.
Yeah.
So we can go through the pain and still have the joy of the Lord on us. We can still have a family member dying. We can still have, tragedy come upon us. But we can have the joy of the Lord that brings us through that pain, just like Jesus went to the cross for us.
Right. And the joy is something children love.
Joy,
And,
yeah.
and children move
I
in
love joy.
I love joy too. And they just move so naturally.
And when
in
I
joy.
watch children, they represent the joy of the
Oh,
heart that we
yeah.
need to be
Yeah.
following. I mean, the children are a prime example. Just if you don't have children, go to a park, go to some place. Well, not right now because there's no parks open, darn it. But go to some place where you're watching children just having the joy on their faces.
My mom used to watch the videos on YouTube of all the babies laughing.
Oh, yeah. Good point. Go to
It
YouTube.
makes you laugh.
Go to YouTube. Babies laughing. There you
come
go.
on.
And get that joy and
Come
say,
on, let's just do that.
come on. That's
Yeah, I mean, seriously, get our eyes off of the stuff that we're seeing.
Yeah.
I've had to take a back seat about that a little bit too, so I
Yeah.
can maintain my joy.
It
And
does. It'll hit you guys.
yeah.
It'll hit
Yep.
us.
Yep.
Awaken. This is number 3, guys. Awaken the children back to life. We need to awaken us and the children back to life. Now listen to this. This is Matthew 9, verse 23 to 26. And when Jesus entered the synagogue leader's house, so he entered a synagogue leader's house and saw the noisy crowd and people playing pipes, he said, "Go away. The girl," Jesus said, "Go away. The girl is not dead, but asleep." So basically, Jairus, this guy Jairus, had went to Jesus saying, "Hey, my daughter's dying. I need you to come." And this is when he got held up by the woman that touched the hem of his robe and held him up. And then he got there and they said, "You're too late. You don't need to come." And he says, if you believe, Jairus, I'm still coming. And so it was that faith. Jairus, do you believe? That? And he did. And he brought in and he got out all the unbelievers out of the room. They were mocking him. They were saying she's dead, she's gone. Whatever, like they were saying, this child's destiny is dead. This child's dreams are dead. And Jesus said, "Get out. Get behind me, Satan." And he cleared the room. He wanted no unbelief in the room. Jairus was there. He had his belief in Jesus. And he said, "Get up, little girl. I want you to get up. Rise and get up."
Yeah.
And he brought her back to life. He brought the symbolism of her dreams and her destiny back to life. And that's what we need to be doing as believers.
And I believe, if there are people here who are feeling like their dreams have died, or there's a piece of them that have died, maybe they've gone through some crazy trauma, some a crisis, and you feel like things are never going to be the same, and I've lost a piece of me somewhere, and I don't know if I can get it back. Jesus says, rise now, rise now. You are alive in him, and he's just holding out his hand and saying, come on, baby,
come on,
get up. And he gives you this new life, and he's calling you into this new life, and he's saying nothing is lost, nothing is stolen. The enemy does not get to have a say. He does not get to have his way. In Jesus, there's victory and there's life, and he's calling you, his baby, his child, he's calling you up. And he's saying, rise. All the other mockers, all your failed friends that have left you in the dust, or your family that doesn't think you can cut it. He's saying, no way, more. You get out. Up. You take a back seat, because my baby girl, my baby boy, they're coming up. And they're going to walk in a new life.
Receive it, guys. Receive it.
And you're just going to be so like, oh my gosh. Like you're going to feel pumped up, because Jesus is there saying, now is the time. Come on, I got you. Let's do this together. Rise and live and walk with me.
Come on, guys. You feel that? Come on. We need to be set ablaze, and these are prophetic decrees over you guys. Get lit up again, guys, and just hold the hand of Jesus as he lifts you up out of the death that people have placed upon you, that have spoken over
They've
you.
spoken over you.
Family members.
John 1:12. But to all who did receive him, who believed in his name.
Yes.
If you receive Jesus into your heart and you believe what he does, what he did on the cross for you, he gave the right to become children of God. Who are the children we're speaking about? It's you. It's you. You're the children of God. And if you're watching this and you haven't yet received him,
right,
it's an easy thing to do.
Yeah.
You just turn to him and say, I don't know what I'm doing, but you do.
Yeah.
And you did it for me. And I want that.
Yeah.
I want that. I want
Good news.
Jesus.
It's the greatest news.
And you become a child of God. You've been given the right to say, I'm daddy's girl.
That's right. I love it. We got kids playing in the background. This is perfect. This is where we need to be, guys. We need to be playing. And
let God do his thing. Let God do. I mean, we're all got to step in and do what he's calling us to do, but the weight of it is on him.
Yes.
The weight of all of this, and
you know
the this that I'm talking about,
mm-hmm.
all of this, the weight of that is on Daddy's shoulders.
Yep.
It's not on you. He's going to call you in and call you up. And he's going to give you something to do, whatever that looks like through you. But the weight of it is on his shoulders. I'm going to
speak out exactly what the weight of it is that we're feeling right now. Guys, this COVID crap that's happening, that is a weight put upon us. The politics behind all of it is an extreme weight upon us as believers.
And it's not people. Let's make it really clear.
This is a suppression from the enemy. There's spiritual and principalities coming upon us, and we're feeling the weight of that. We need to shrug those off and say, I am a child of God, and he has positioned me in this place. He is our strength. Mm-hmm. When we feel weak, that's where we celebrate him, because he shows up through our weakness.
Yeah.
And we need to be running around like these children in the back, being children,
being
free,
is our strength.
Being free, not childish, but childlike, guys. We need to have those smiles on our faces underneath those masks. We need to have the joy of the Lord upon us, and people are going to be going, what is going on? Because they're feeling the weight. And we break out,
we have taken
and we say, you want that weight off of you?
We're removing it from our shoulders.
That's right. And it's a perfect opportunity, guys, to preach Jesus, and because he is the way, the truth, and the life, and no one comes to the Father, our Papa God, our Toys R Us in heaven. No one goes there without believing in who Jesus is. You guys are Toys R Us kids. You are Toys R Us kids in Papa's world. And he believes in us, and he gave us this amazing playground. We just showed all of his glory.
Oh my goodness!
This is our playground.
If you missed it, start it again, and look at Daddy's creative.
Look at all the creative stuff.
It's amazing.
And I believe several of you need to just get out in your backyard and turn on a sprinkler and run through it.
Oh, like you did?
What? Did I?
Like I caught on video today?
No. Did you?
All right. We'll end with this. We got the joy of the Lord, guys.
Oh, we set it up for the grandkids, and I needed to show them how it's done, guys.
Show them how it's done.
It's done. This is how we play in the sprinklers. Guys, be free in the Lord. Be free. Be you, fully alive in Christ. Don't hide your light under a bushel. Let it shine bright for all to see.
Good move, Brae.
Look at those moves. That's like surfer moves right there.
Come on.
Oh, this was so much fun. Just a little bounce. Come on, bounce. Jump. Hey, hey, hey. Kick that water. Bam.
Would you like to have fun?
Look, I got air on that one.
You did. Hey guys, God bless you.
We love you
God
guys.
bless you to know that you are a child of God.
Yeah.
And you do not have to carry any of the weight. And he's looking at you and he's saying, rise up.
Yeah.
Rise up.
Rise
I'm
up,
giving you
guys.
new life every day. And it's good.
Yeah.
And it's good.
Yeah.
And we love you.
We love you. We just pray and speak a blessing over you. I pray over you right now that you would have child like faith in your life, that you would climb the trees that God has placed in your life as a child, not as a chore, that you would scale those mountains as a child and not as a fearful child, but someone ready to explore the world that God has set before you, that you would go to the depths of canyons set in your way as a child, but not out of fear of anything this world has presented before you, and that you would walk through the valley of shadow of death with Jesus by your side as you go through your trials and tribulations in this life, that you would do it with the joy of the Lord, and that he would be your strength in Jesus' name.
And holding your daddy's hand all
Yeah,
the way.
hold your daddy's hand,
Hold your
and
daddy's
sometimes
hand.
you get on his feet and dance with daddy.
Oh, that's the best.
Oh, those are the best.
Can't you
We
just
love you
imagine?
guys.
We love you.
We love you guys. Linger behind with God right now, and just ask him to restore your childlike faith.
And we'll see you next Wednesday.